We are going to understand rate of change of momentum experimentally. So what does the experiment deal with? The procedure is this. You're dropping a ball bearing, sorry, not ball bearing, billets ball from a fixed height onto a floor. Floor is that powder form of your wheat or rice, if not ragi, which is placed on a soft surface. So basically, this is what we're going to do. I have a billiards ball. I'm going to drop it from a height of 15 centimeter onto a floor which is placed on cushions. Next is dropping the same billiards ball from the same height onto the floor which is placed on a hard surface. So 15 centimeter above the floor, that's your hard surface. And in this case, this is your soft surface. Not surface, sorry, body. It should not be surface. Oh, yeah, it's actually hard and soft surface. The language is like that. This is soft material. And this is a hard material. Okay. Now, let's see what happens in this experiment. Please have a look. Since we are looking at not ball bearing, billiards ball, which is spherical in shape, we are looking at a crater which is circular in nature. So in case of a soft surface, the impact created around 4.1 centimeter wide crater. The diameter was 4.1 centimeter, but this was 4.6 centimeter, wherein in the second case. But why did this happen? So let's see the conclusion and try to understand. The momentum is same in both the cases, as mass and velocity just before the impact were the same. So both were left at the same height. Right, the height was same. So let me complete this. In both the cases it was 15 centimeter. So copy paste. and we have this to be 15 centimeter. And both their mass were same, m1 and m2. There's no m1 m2 because it is the same object. Obviously the product over here m into v should be equal to the product over here m into v, because since they're falling at this from the same height, the velocity over here would be same. And so we have p1 being equal to p2, that is the momentum is the same. It is the rate at which the momentum changes was the difference. What is the rate of change? Rate of change in general is nothing but how fast something changes. Rate of change of momentum is how fast the momentum changed. See, here it has a particular momentum before the impact. After the impact, it becomes 0, is it not? So this changes to 0 and this changes to 0. 0 kg meter per second, 0 kg meter per second. So how fast it got this value is the difference, is it not? We know that in case of soft surface, it takes more time for the object to stop, right? Here the time is the difference, t1 and t2. Let me write it at the top. If time of change over here is t1, here it's t2. t1 is more than t2, that is it took more time. Since the time is more, the rate of change of momentum is small. Since the rate of change of momentum is small, the crater diameter over here was way lesser than over here. Quite lesser, not way lesser, quite lesser than the second case. All that is different in this case were the time. Here it took a lot more time, here it took less time. And so the crater that were created were different. Thus, higher the rate of change of momentum, greater is the impact. That is, crater shows the amount of force. The force over here was lesser in the first case than the second case. So we can conclude that the force or the impact is directly proportional to a rate of change of momentum. That is, if the rate of change of momentum happened to be very fast. Right? So basically this is faster, is it not? Which one? Case 2 is faster. And this is slower. So rate of change of momentum is slower over here and faster over here. And so the force is more over here and the less over here. So force is directly proportional to rate of change of momentum. Best example is if you fall flat onto a surface of water. Your whole body becomes red. You can see such videos, people diving into water, just straight face, straight body. Top. And you have this red face becomes red, body becomes red. But if a person dives into the water, the rate of change of momentum is slower. It's of less value. And so the impact on the person would be less. Right? So please understand this practically also. Do all of this, because again, this is a concept that leads to a very important result. Right? And you have to write all of it.